एनालिसिस हम लोगों ने देखा है. So you know that in case of multiple variables, or suppose in a circuit if we have 5 or 7 or larger number of mesh or loops, then the number of variables as well as the number of equations will be uh, high, right? So it will be difficult to solve the circuit manually. That's why network theorems are used in order to solve the circuit with less computational burden, right? So this is the only means use of network theorems. Otherwise, without using the network theorems also, you can solve any electrical circuit using simply KCL and KVL as well as the nodal analysis method. हाँ प्रदीप बताइए. अच्छा ये वाला, ये तो हम ही भेजे थे, दे दीजिए कॉपी. साइन करना है क्या? नहीं, कहीं भी एक जगह कर देते. ठीक. Okay, so there are different type of theorems like superposition theorem. Then next one is your Thevenin theorem. Then you have Norton theorem. Then other one is suppose maximum power transfer theorem. Many more are there, like Milliman's theorem and so on. So these are the basic theorems which you have to study. So today we will start with this superposition theorem. Superposition theorem. So according to this theorem, any linear or in any linear active and bilateral network. So before we write the complete statement, let me tell you that this theorem is applicable to linear active and bilateral networks, right? So what do you mean by this linear? Can anybody explain? If any circuit is or network is linear, what does it mean?
It follows Ohm's law.
Right, it will follow the Ohm's law. That is, your current will vary linearly with the voltage, as well as its vice versa is also true. That is, voltage will vary linearly with the current. And then second term, active. What do you mean by this active? Active networks. Active network means any network having uh, either voltage source or current source. Means active sources should be there, at least one source, active source should be there in any network, right? तो जैसे कि voltage source हो गया, current source हो गया, तो it should be there at least one either voltage source or current source or both. अब जैसे पैसिव एलिमेंट बोलते हैं, तो पैसिव एलिमेंट जैसे रजिस्टर हो गया, तो रजिस्टर इज ए passive element of any electrical circuit because it consumes the electricity, it does not produce the electricity, right? Now third term is your bilateral network. Bilateral network, from the name itself, it gives hints that uh, it should operate for both the direction of current. suppose, for example, you take a resistor as an element of an electrical circuit. So, if through the resistor, if the direction of the current passing or flowing through the resistor changes, then its property is not going to change, right? Its property will be same. It will offer the same amount of resistance to the current flowing through the network, right? But suppose if you have a diode अगर है PN junction diode, so if suppose current direction changes, then the property of this diode will change. In case of forward bias, means when the current is flowing from left direction towards the right, it will offer negligible impedance or resistance. But in case when the direction of current will change, that is from right towards left, then it will offer a higher impedance. That is ideally it will behave as a open circuit, right? So this is a unilateral device. Diode is a unilateral device. Unilateral device. So your superposition theorem is not applicable to the electrical circuit having any unilateral device, because the property of the network is going to change, right? So that's why these three terms are important, that circuits should be, or networks should be linear, active and bilateral, right? So now come to the definition of or the statement of this superposition theorem. So in any linear, active and bilateral network having more than one source, it may be either voltage source or current source, the current or voltage which flow at any point is the summation of all the currents which would flow at that point if each source is considered separately and all the other sources are replaced by their internal impedances. कहने का मतलब क्या है कि सपोज कोई एक इलेक्ट्रिकल नेटवर्क है हैविंग मोर देन one number of sources. It may be a voltage source or current source or a combination of voltage and current source in any network. Then if it is asked to calculate the value of current or voltage at any point or through any element of the circuit, then what we have to do? We have to consider one source at a point of time, and we have to replace other sources by their internal impedances. Suppose if we have to replace the internal impedance, if we have to replace or remove any voltage source, अगर किसी voltage source को replace करना है, suppose if this is a voltage source, then simply just what we have to do, we have to just short circuit the voltage source and we have to take the impedance, सेल्फ इम्पिडेंस ऑफ दैट सोर्स. तो जैसे कि तुम लोग को पता है, हम लोगों ने लास्ट क्लास में बात किया था कि एक कांस्टेंट या आइडियल वोल्टेज सोर्स का क्या प्रॉपर्टी होता है. इट्स प्रॉपर्टी इज दैट ideal or constant voltage source should have a very smaller value of the internal resistance, right? That's why we sought the voltage source. But on the other hand, if suppose we have a current source, तो current source का क्या property था? It has a very large value of internal impedance or resistance. That's why in this case, in case of current source, we will just open circuit the source. ठीक है, because its internal impedance is very high. ठीक है, तो यहाँ से अब कितना समझ में आया तुम लोगों को पता नहीं, ज्यादा अच्छा होगा कि कोई एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू हम लोग इसको डिस्कस करें, दैट विल बी मोर क्लियर, राइट? सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सपोज let us consider a circuit, a simple circuit first, in the first example, having two voltage sources only. These are the polarities of each voltage source. Suppose this one is 6 volt, this is 12 volt, then we have this resistance as 2.5 ohm, this is 2 ohm, this is 6 ohm. The internal impedance of this 6 volt source is 0.5 ohm, and here we have 1 ohm as the internal impedance of 12 volt battery, right? So let us consider the direction of current. Suppose this is I1, this is I2, and the current flowing through this 6 ohm resistor is I, right? So suppose we have to apply the superposition theorem in this circuit in order to calculate the value of I. That is, calculate I using superposition theorem. ठीक है, तो क्या करना है हम लोगों को? जब भी एक से ज्यादा सोर्स रहे किसी नेटवर्क में, तो एक सोर्स को एट ए टाइम कंसीडर करना है. By considering a single source, we need to calculate the current or voltage which is flowing through any element. तो जैसे यहाँ पे बोला गया I calculate करना है, तो first of all let us consider the 6 volt source only. So in this case, the circuit can be redrawn as, this is 6 volt, this is the internal impedance or resistance 0.5, this is 2.5, this is your 6, this is your 2, and then you have to short circuit the voltage source by its internal resistance, that is 1 ohm. 1 ohm दिया हुआ है इसका, इस सोर्स का. वोल्टेज सोर्स को शॉर्ट करना है और करंट सोर्स को ओपन करना है. तो नाउ लेट अस कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू ऑफ आई, और इसको आई को इस केस में मान लो कुछ आई डैश्ड है. ठीक है, यहां से जो करंट फ्लो हो रहा है वो I1 दिया हुआ है, एंड तो क्या आएगा बताओ, कैलकुलेट करो. या फिर चलो कैलकुलेट करोगे तो यहां से यू कैन इजीली कैलकुलेट आई डैश्ड. ठीक है, नाउ सेकेंड केस, since we have two sources in this network, now we will consider the effect of second source, that is 12 volt source. So in this case, we have to sort the 6 volt battery or EMF source by its internal impedance, that is 0.5 ohm. Now here we have 2.5 ohm. This is again your 6 ohm. Now here you have 2 ohm. This is 12 volt. Internal resistance is 1 ohm, 2 ohm. So now let us consider I dashed or I1, I2 is the current flowing through this 6 ohm resistor. So now applying KCL or KVL, anything, you can calculate I2 from this circuit. So net current, therefore, net current will be, that is I will be equal to I dash plus or I1 plus I2, I dash plus I2 dash, ये जो होगा नेट करंट होगा। अब इसको तुम वेरीफाई कर सकते हो किसी भी मेथड से, एक बार सुपरपोजिशन थ्योरम अप्लाई करके कैलकुलेट करोगे और एक बार कोई और बेसिक जो केवीएल केसीएल है उसके थ्रू यू कैन डू दैट। सो दिस इज द example, means how to apply superposition theorem. Now for the same example, suppose let us redraw this circuit as एक कोई मान लो कि वोल्टेज सोर्स है, ठीक है, इस तरह से and the second source, here we have a current source, ठीक, ये सपोज 6 वोल्ट ही है, दिस इज 2.5, दिस इज 6, दिस इज 2, राइट। अच्छा एक चीज और, अगर कहीं किसी सर्किट में इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस नहीं मेंशन किया हुआ है, इफ इट इज नॉट मेंशन्ड फॉर एनी वोल्टेज सोर्स और करंट सोर्स, सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल हियर वोल्टेज सोर्स, then simply short circuit, you have to apply short circuit, that is you have to use zero resistance, right, if the internal resistance of the source is not mentioned, but as it is mentioned in this case 0.5 ohm and 1 ohm, that's why we have included it in our circuit. So now here uh, suppose for this example, for this circuit, if we have to apply the superposition theorem, and using superposition theorem if we have to calculate this current I, then in the first case, suppose when we are considering the voltage source, so this will be the circuit, and what we have to do, we have to just open circuit the current source, because ideally the internal impedance or resistance of the current source is infinity, which means open circuit condition. So this is suppose 6 volt, this is 2.5, 6, and this is your 2 ohm. So in this case, suppose I dashed is the current. So I dashed can be easily calculated from here, 6 by 2.5 plus 6, right? Now in the second case, when we want to consider the effect of the current source, suppose current source का भी कुछ दिया हुआ है वैल्यू 2 एम्पियर और 4 एम्पियर whatever, तो उस केस में क्या करेंगे, वोल्टेज सोर्स को शॉर्ट करेंगे, बाकी सर्किट रीड्रॉ करेंगे इस तरह से, right, and suppose this is I2 due to the current source having magnitude of 2 ampere, this is 2.5, this is 2, this is 6. So from here, using current division rule, you can easily calculate the current flowing through 6 ohm resistance, that is I2. So the net current will be I is equal to again I dash plus I2. So in this way you can apply the this superposition theorem. ये समझ में आया सबको? हेलो? Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, तो ये अगर समझ में आ गया है तुम लोगों को, so now you try to solve this circuit using superposition theorem. Suppose here we have a current source. This in this circuit, suppose we have two current source and one voltage source. This is 120 ampere. This is 40 ampere. This is 10 volt. This is 50 ohm. This is 150 ohm resistor. So using superposition theorem, you have to find the value of current I flowing through this part of the circuit. ये डायरेक्शन दिया हुआ है करंट का, तो इसको सुपरपोजिशन थ्योरम के थ्रू सॉल्व करो, बताओ कितना आ रहा है आई। दूसरा कोई थ्योरम मत यूज करना, अच्छे से समझने के लिए you just apply superposition theorem. Consider the effect of one source at a time. Do it. बताओ कुछ कैलकुलेट हुआ? Okay. So suppose in the first case, हाँ बताओ बताओ बताओ। ठीक है। Okay. So first of all, let us consider this current source of 120 ampere. 120 ampere. So in this case, we will again short circuit this voltage source, and we will open circuit the current source, the second current source having 40 ampere magnitude. So this is 50 ohm, this is your 150 ohm, right? ठीक है? So in this case, what will happen? You can see that this is the direction of current. So obviously in this branch, the current will flow in this direction. So I1, let us consider this value as I1. So using the current division rule, you can easily find I1. I1 will be equal to, जो अपोजिट आर्म में रेजिस्टेंस है वो 50 डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल रेजिस्टेंस 50 प्लस 150 into the input current, which is 120 ampere. So 50 divided by 200 into 120, that is 30 ampere, right? Now in the second case, let us consider the second current source only. So we will open circuit the first current source of 120 ampere magnitude. This is your first resistance. This voltage source will be again short circuited, and here you have another current source of magnitude 40 ampere. This is 50, this is 150. So in this case, you know that this will be the direction of current. क्योंकि यहाँ से करंट आ रहा है. So I2, let us consider this current as I2. So I2 will be your opposite arm resistance, that is 150 divided by 50 plus 150 into input current 40. So this is your 150 divided by 200 into 40. तो ये कितना होगा? Again 30 एम्पियर, राइट. तो ये देखो कि ड्यू टू द 120 एम्पियर current source, I1 is flowing in this direction, and I1 we got 30 ampere, and due to again the second current source of magnitude 40 ampere, we are getting I2 again equal to 30 ampere but in opposite direction to I1. So the effect of I1 and I2 will be cancelled out, right? This will be null and void. Now consider the effect of this voltage source. In this case, both the current sources will be open circuited. ये तुम्हारा दोनों ओपन सर्किट हो गया करंट सोर्स, एंड हियर यू हैव योर वोल्टेज सोर्स 10 volt. This is 50 ohm, this is 150 ohm. So इस केस में कितना करंट होगा बताओ? I3 अगर एज्यूम करते हैं तो simply using KVL you can write that I3 will be equal to 10 divided by कितना 200. ये कितना आएगा? 0.05 ampere, right? So your I will be I1 plus I2 plus I3. So I1 I2 cancelled out, it is just I3. So and I3 and I direction is same, so this will be simply 0.05 ampere, right? समझ में आया सबको?
Yes, sir.
सबने सॉल्व किया खुद से?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in this way we apply the superposition theorem to any electrical network. Now I will give you another example which is basically related to your both type of sources, means not only current and voltage source, it also includes the application of this dependent and independent source. So consider this example 3 and draw this circuit. ड्रॉ करो इस सर्किट को. Suppose this is V by 3, this is your polarity, and the magnitude is 20 volt. This is 2 ohm, this is 3 ohm. Voltage across this resistor has been mentioned as small v, and then again this is your 5 ampere current source, 5 ampere, and this is your voltage source having 30 volt magnitude. This is your 6 ohm resistor. So for this circuit, you try to calculate this small v using superposition theorem. This is same v, इसको भी उसी तरह लिख लो अगर confusion हो रहा है तो. Calculate this v using superposition theorem. तो इसमें मैं तुम लोगों को पहले एक चीज बता दूं कि as I have just discussed now, that we have to consider one source at a time, and we have to replace the other sources by its internal impedance or resistance, right? But in this process you have to keep one thing in mind, that you cannot short circuit the dependent voltage source, or you cannot open circuit the dependent current source. Why? Because as per the definition of the dependent voltage and current source, you know that its magnitude depends upon other parameters or other property of the circuit. Like here also you can see that the magnitude of this dependent voltage source depends upon this V, small v, which is actually the potential difference across this 3 ohm resistor. So suppose if we short circuit it, it means indirectly you are making this V equal to 0. So if this V is equal to 0, what does it mean? This resistor will be out of the circuit. That is open circuit condition. So you cannot do that. So we can only open circuit the independent current source, and we can only short circuit the इंडिपेंडेंट वोल्टेज सोर्स. ठीक है, इसको कुछ नहीं कर सकते, इसको एज इट इज तुमको रखना होगा सर्किट में. नाउ यू सॉल्व दिस सर्किट एंड लेट अस कैलकुलेट दिस वी. समझ में आया क्या मैं बोल रहा हूं अभी? आई वांट टू से दैट द डिपेंडेंट सोर्स sources cannot be deactivated or removed, right? चलो इसको कैलकुलेट करो, अब बताओ कितना आता है. Okay, so first of all, let us consider only the this 30 volt EMF source or voltage source, and draw the circuit, redraw the circuit as per the requirement of superposition theorem. So this will be your 30 volt. Then you have a resistor. Then what we have to do? We have to just open circuit the current source. This is your 3. This is plus minus. Voltage will be there. Here you have the voltage source which you will have to short circuit, and then here we have a dependent voltage source जिसका polarity दिया गया है by 3 V. This is your 2, this is 3, this is 6, right? ये सर्किट है. तो इसको सपोज हम फर्स्ट सोर्स की वजह से कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं, तो इसको मान लो कि नोड 1 अगर मानते हैं तो ये V1 हो जाएगा पहले केस में, राइट? V1. तो बताओ क्या होगा V1 का वैल्यू, कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? कौन सा टेक्निक ज्यादा इजी होगा इसमें?
सर सोर्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन.
यस, यू कैन डू दैट. सोर्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन करोगे तो फिर क्या कर पाओगे उसमें, ये बताओ पहले. करंट सोर्स में इसको बदल दोगे, लेकिन यहाँ तो हम लोग को वोल्टेज कैलकुलेट करना है. तो मान लो कि अगर सोर्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन करते हैं तो सिंपली हियर वी कैन रिप्रेजेंट दिस वोल्टेज सोर्स बाय करंट सोर्स हैविंग कितना होगा 5 एम्पियर. देन दिस विल बी इन पैरेलल 6 ओम. यहाँ पे फिर हो गया एक 3 ओम का V1 then 2 ohm plus minus V1 by 3. ठीक, but what we have to do, we have to calculate the V1. Okay, so now let us ये दोनों जो है ये पैरेलल में है 6 और 3, ये 5 एम्पियर और ये कितना आ जाएगा इक्विवेलेंट, ये आ जाएगा 2, उसके बाद इधर 2 प्लस माइनस this is your V1 by 3, this is again 2, right? Now again we can transform this current source into a voltage source. तो फिर क्या हो जाएगा ये 10 volt, this will be in series, again we have 2 in this way, V1 by 3, and this is 2, this is 2. So now apply this KVL. So now what, how can you calculate this V1? V1 कैसे कैलकुलेट करोगे बताओ, किया जा सकता है क्या? करंट इससे कैसे निकलेगा? यहाँ तो दो वेरिएबल हो गया, एक करंट भी हो गया, एक वोल्टेज भी हो गया, V1 and I1 suppose. So this technique might not be useful here, I think. Simply what you can do, you can apply the nodal analysis method, nodal analysis method to at node 1. ये अप्लाई अगर करते हैं, अगर अच्छा क्यों नहीं यहाँ से हो पाएगा, ये समझ में आया हम क्यों बोल रहे हैं?
Yes, sir. Two
So-
variables.
Yes, there are two variables, so it will be difficult. So now suppose if we apply nodal analysis method at node 1, then what will be the equation? Means KCL हम लोग अप्लाई कर रहे हैं node 1 पे. So this will, if we consider V1 as the voltage of this node, right? वैसे भी यहाँ V1 ही होगा क्योंकि इस रजिस्टर के अक्रॉस जो वोल्टेज है that is V1, right? So V1 is basically the voltage between this point, this node 1 and the grounded point or the return path, right? So simply 5 मिनट के बाद या बैठोगे तो बैठो, right? So क्या होगा 30, इधर से जो करंट आ रहा है 30 minus V1 by 6 ohm resistor. This will be the incoming current because we are considering 30 volt as the higher potential point compared to V1. Then according to this point, what will be the direction of current? अब बताओ अप्लाई करो, ये KCL KVL अप्लाई करना हम लोग बहुत बार पढ़ चुके हैं, बताओ कैलकुलेट करो V1, इस KCL इक्वेशन लिखो और V1 बताओ कितना आ रहा है. उसका वो आया था जो लैबव्यू वाला, जो हम बोले थे कि एक मेल कुछ दिन पहले आया था, तो वो हाँ तो उसको मेल किए हैं, कल किए थे हम शाम में, तो वो आज रिप्लाई किया कि सर बताइए कितना आपका यूजर कितना है और कब एक्सपायर किया है लाइसेंस, उस हिसाब से हम कोटेशन आपको जो है सो देंगे. वो तो चाहिए ही होगा कितना यूजर का है मेरा, उसी बेसिस पे तो देगा. तो वही चीज जो है जो तुम अभी तुमसे ले लेते हैं, उसको रिप्लाई कर देते हैं उसको, तो वो खोजो ना कितना यूजर का है. हाँ बताओ कितना है V1?
Sir, 6.
Okay, so V1 you will get as 6 volt. ये हमको लग रहा है अब KCL आना चाहिए एटलीस्ट तुम लोग को अप्लाई करने, कैसे आता है, right? Now so we have considered the effect of this voltage source 30 volt का जो था, right? ये तो क्रॉस कर दो पहले, नहीं तो कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट करेगा इधर. Now
Sir, you are not audible.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now audible.
Yes, there was a network problem. So let me share it again. So now you consider the effect of this 5 ampere current source. So in that case, just you have to short circuit this voltage source, both the voltage source, and then again in that condition, you will have to calculate the voltage across this 3 ohm resistor. So let us consider that V2, and again using the KCL at this node, you will find the value of V2. वो पता चल जाएगा, and at last you will have to consider the effect of this voltage source, that is 20 volt voltage source. So you will short circuit the voltage source and open circuit the current source of 5 ampere magnitude. So in that case, you calculate the voltage across this resistor, 3 ohm resistor. Let us consider it as V3. So the combined effect of V1, V2 and V3 will be your resultant voltage across the 3 ohm resistor, right? तो आई होप कि तुम ये कर पाओगे, तुम लोग खुद से कर सकते हो। इसका आंसर मैं बता दे रहा हूँ, ये आंसर जो आएगा 12 वोल्ट आएगा। ये खुद से सॉल्व करना तुम लोग, और इसको वेरीफाई करना कि ये आता है कि नहीं आता है इतना, ठीक है? हो जाएगा या कोई कंफ्यूजन है सुपरपोजिशन थ्योरम समझने में किसी को? हेलो, आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir. आ रही है।
हेलो, तो इसको खुद से सॉल्व करोगे, ठीक है? आज टाइम हो गया, आज यहीं तक है। नेक्स्ट क्लास में फिर हम लोग थेवेनिन थ्योरम डिस्कस करेंगे। थैंक यू,
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू एवरीवन, थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.